get your girl Kello with the Jello on, of course.
Hey, girl,
Hey,
hey.
love. How are you? Okay,
That's
Wendy
that. That's that.
Wavy.
That's that shower hair. That's that
Okay,
shower
okay.
hair. I'm
Girl,
not gonna
guess
play
what I'm
with
still
you.
on?
Yes,
Girl, this
yes,
like my
yes, yes.
third
I'm ready
bond.
to dig into tonight, girl. How you doing? I know you got something to sip on.
I do, but it's mainly my cookies though. I got a little wine. I couldn't mix nothing today. I was gonna cook dinner, but um,
It happens.
you know, I'll probably do it after the live because yeah, I need to save some money because my ass is eating out
Uh-huh.
twice a day. I stop and get my smoothie, then I got lunch. Yeah, I need to get my
Look, we pay
responsibilities
for
in order.
convenience because I definitely stopped by Chick-fil-A and had me a salad for dinner. So
But you're doing good. I'm going to
no,
Chick-fil-A and getting
that's
nuggets
what
and
I had the other
fries. You
days
going to
though.
get a
So I was like, you know
salad.
what? I might as well have the salad today.
Oh, okay.
I need some green. Yeah.
Balance. Balance. That's what it is.
It's really the
That's what it is. It's
convenience.
balance. So I want to
Mm-hmm.
know about yesterday.
Oh,
The interview.
yesterday, I went to, Jonathan McReynolds. He had a album release slash screening for his new project, and it was cool. Everything
Okay.
was cool. I love the visuals. The food was busting. Like, it was a good time. It was a good time. I got a few words
Okay.
in, huh?
Now who is he?
He's a
Who is
gospel
he?
artist. Matter of fact, he just won a Grammy. He's a gospel artist, and yeah, he be doing his thing. He be doing his thing. His album jamming too. I fools with him. I fools with him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
his
I'm gonna have to
style
check
is like
it out.
very
I'm gonna have
unique. Like if you listen to his like this new project,
Okay.
he got stuff on that. It sounds like R&B, but he delivering a message. He got something that sounds like Afro beats, but he delivering a message. And that's when I was interviewing him. He was saying he just want to continue, contributing in a different way to reach, different people, reach the masses. He was just talking about his different fans. He was like, he said when
Right.
you know how Spotify does like the roundup for the end of the year. He was like, some people it's like Chief Keef, then
Okay.
Jonathan McReynolds. Like it's like so it's like all kind of people. Yeah, all kind
Right.
of people
It's
fucking
balance.
with him. So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. But it was definitely
Right.
cool, We was in the
Okay.
building. Yes.
A little vibe. I saw a little clip. I saw a little bit
Mm-hmm.
that you posted on YouTube. So I gotta watch the full thing. When you asked this man
I
if he thought
did.
he was
I say,
tall. I mean
baby,
short.
social media be the people I think that are tall, they not tall, but the ones you think short. Because I was like, okay, because I thought he was short. He looks
Okay.
short.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to add that to my
Yeah.
things to do list.
Look,
Another
I
one.
had I had I had two
So
glasses of wine.
yeah.
I said, don't judge me now. It's been a long day. Jesus said it was all right.
This week done
Right.
been long and it's only Wednesday. Like I feel like I've been busy, but then I feel like I haven't been productive. Like busy not
Oh
being
no, we've been
productive.
busy.
Not to mention getting
Right.
ready for our trip has been. I think that consumed a lot of me because I was like, okay,
Right.
how we finna make all these pieces connect?
Yes.
But
Girl tripping on the
yeah, we
road in
gotta do. I
April,
can't wait.
baby.
I
We
cannot
got some
wait.
things in store for y'all. Give y'all a little sneak peek.
New edition. Here we come.
I'm not,
Your biggest
I'm
group
not
is
gonna
on
say.
the way to Miami.
Look, I'm gonna have to fight my mom behind Ralph.
Girl, the mere fact that I am still this excited about New Edition
Because
at my age, like they're gonna be 80, and I'm still gonna be talking about
I
are they
think
performing? Are they gonna be a
everybody is
concert?
always excited about New Edition. When we went to the last concert, like women of all ages, because they're that type of group. I think this is the perfect name for the tour, the Legacy Tour, because they're that type of group. Like, where they're gonna leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Some people is
Yeah,
just like if Michael Jackson
yeah.
was here, people will still be people being excited about Michael Jackson his entire life. Some artists are just exceptional like that. You know?
Mm-hmm. You see people that decided to
Of
see
course, it's Janet.
Janet Jackson.
And when you're a fan of somebody, even if they're not on that scale, like you're still a fan. Like,
Right. When somebody asked me, he was like, "Didn't you just see
man,
New
we don't
Edition?"
get
I said,
tired.
that was 2 years
That
ago.
was a year. That
He
wasn't 2 years.
was like, "And you gonna go see them?"
Yes, it was.
It wasn't last year. Was
That was
it?
March 2022.
Why I feel like that? You know what? It was a birthday gift. That's why it was a birthday gift. So I keep feeling like it was in
Yeah, no.
October.
No,
What?
ma'am.
I
That
feel
was
like it
last
was
year.
October. So that was last year. What?
As a matter of fact, it won't be an entire year until March.
Girl, I'm behind. Where's my girl? Oops. But he was like, "You going
Yeah.
all the way to Miami to see them?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a." He was like, "But they don't have no new albums. They not. What is the difference in seeing them here versus there?" And I'm like, "It's the overall experience. Not to mention who we saw them with
Right.
here
Right.
is not performing
Right.
there. It's totally different." He was like, "So you gonna travel?" I said, "Baby, I want the experience to see them
Right.
everywhere. I went to see them in New York. I went to see them in Atlanta. I'm hitting all the major spots. And if they put them on a Vegas show, guess what?
Listen, girls
I'm going to the
trip. That's what we
residency
do.
too."
Girls tripping. I
That
still need to see
that's
Anita.
the
That
whole
is on my
point.
bucket list. She had. I
Where
don't
is
know if her
she?
residency is over. It was in Vegas, baby, but them tickets was ticketing. Yes.
Was I never did look them up.
You
I
know, I
never did
like
look
to.
them
You know,
up.
I like to be in the mix. You know, I don't
Girl,
like to
guess what
be
song?
in the. You know, up there. I like to be in the mix.
Mm-hmm. Jill Scott
She's
coming
coming
here.
here.
You
My
think they
birthday
put
weekend.
her ticket? This the 20
Who is
year
Jill Scott?
anniversary of
She gonna
who
be
is Jill
here.
Scott?
My
Right.
birthday weekend.
They just announced. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They announced her tickets here in Houston. So
Yeah.
they're
I
ticketing
say,
too.
that's what you doing, Jill.
Have you noticed like concert tickets have
Yes,
gone like through the roof? They
ma'am.
starting to
Yes.
match the plane tickets.
And I'm like,
Both.
I've been in the mix for a long time going to concerts. And I'm like, they definitely are ticketing.
Yeah,
That's why
it's
I'm
it's different.
trying to
It's
get access
different,
when I
different.
can, child. Like, look, let me up in here. It's getting hard in these streets.
Baby, I interviewed a janitor. Who I need to interview to get up in this spot in this piece? Cause yeah, 300, 400. It's too
Mm-hmm.
much for tickets. But anyhow,
Yes, let's get
girlfriend,
into
girlfriend,
it.
girlfriend.
This is really tasty.
Sisters is on right now.
Girl,
What you
some Uncle Snoop.
drinking?
His champagne is 19 Crimes, the Cali
I saw
Gold. So I
that in the
had the
liquor
wine. I
store.
love the red wine. But I'm gonna have to let Uncle Snoop know. This Cali Gold doing what it do. Yes.
Really? I saw that in the store and I was like, now you doing too much. That's just like
But
the
the
rap
wine,
chips. Now, are we
I had the
serious?
red
We really
wine,
we
and the
gonna do
red
all
wine
of
was
this?
busting. So I was like, you know what? You know I like champagne. I'm like, let me check this Cali Gold out.
So what other
I'm
flavor? Do
not
you have other
sure. I know he
flavors?
has the champagne. I know he got the red wine. I don't. It may be something else. Those just the only ones that I had. Yeah, but
I'll check it
Uncle
out.
Snoop did his thing. He did it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check. You put me on tonight, honey. I
Listen,
got some
let's
things
get
I got to
into it.
check
What's
out.
up, my DJ Mike Bundy? It's my boy. What up? Look, we gonna
Hey,
need you to
friend.
chime in. We gonna need you to tap in when we get to talking.
Yeah, let's get into this. Are you a self sabotager? Um,
Uh-huh.
Based off of Sisters. If for those that don't watch Sisters, it's a group of young ladies. Everybody had a story. In particular, we are talking about Miss Danny, and Preston.
Me
I
too.
really, really, I like him, and that's an interracial couple, honey.
Right.
They could have been. They could have been had Janet and I been trying to tat them apart. But yeah, you asked me a question about have I self
Right.
sabotaged in a relationship? I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have, and I know I have. I have done that in, unfortunately, relationships and in business, which, of
Right.
course, is not a good thing. It's stunts growth. But so, story time. When I
Mm-hmm.
had the little toxic relationship or whatnot, during that time of him cheating
Mm-hmm.
with the super side chick, I met somebody that was really,
Mm-hmm.
really like, he was into me and I was into him. He had been saying how much he liked me and stuff, and it was like, me, for real, for real. You know, at first it was like, oh, that's cute, that's cute. But I feel like a part of me was kind of self-sabotaging because I was trying to leave a little door open for
Right.
Mr. Toxic to come back. And ultimately, now that I'm grown, I regret doing that because I was trying to, okay, is he gonna come back? Is this one gonna come back? Like he was a
Right.
placeholder, kind of, sort of. And yeah, I regret doing that because he was a good guy, and I feel like my relationship, I, same thing that went back to
Right.
Camille
Well, nah, I don't
and
go there because
Jameson.
their relationship wasn't toxic. You know how I feel about that. You know how I feel.
It
It was
wasn't
unfinished
toxic,
business.
but
It was
like just a
timing.
little small piece. It was timing. I know, but like
I don't think
she
she used
used
it. I think if
Jameson.
Ian didn't come back in the picture, they would still be flowing.
So I left the door open for Mr. Toxic to return, and I ended up, of course, losing what I should have kept. But I was doing a lot of self sabotage until finally he was like, you know what, this chick, she can go about her business. I ain't doing it. And I actually I
The
tried
good
to
old
double back.
he was like, nah,
I tried to double back. It was like, so I know I had kind of played you a little bit, and you still like me, like you liked me before, you know? Can we get
girl.
this another try? Maybe. I swear I'm not going back. But anyway, so yeah, this whole self sabotaging, I know I
Mm-hmm.
have done it before in relationships. Um, I I I have I done it recently? Look, I'm trying to think. Have I done it recently?
Come back to that.
I might have to come back to
I
that
feel
one.
like a lot of people can relate to your situation. I definitely can, because I definitely played that game for a couple years with the same person. Every time I had somebody good, then they pop back up, then I go on right on back. And it's just like, if you just wanted to play with my life, you should just let me. But really, you be playing with, you really playing with your own life.
I play with
But
your life
you know what? You live and you learn, because
for
at the end of the
real.
day, somebody has to make me realize you don't know what happened with that situation. You might have thought that was it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was a good person, that don't mean they was good for
Right.
you. So I try not to beat myself
No, but
up.
that's what I'm saying.
But you
We
don't
were
know the
good.
future.
Like I think my future would have been bright. I probably would
Right,
have been married. I think I would have been married had
right.
I closed the door on that
Hmm.
situation and focused on what was in front of me.
Right,
Like they said, girl, you gonna miss your blessing. I really feel like I messed around and missed my blessing playing around with something toxic
right.
because girl, when I tell you grown man status, he
But
was
if you
planning
wasn't
dates, we
ready
were
for
going
that, a
out.
lot of things now that I want was on the table for me then, but I had to get some fun out of my system because I ain't get to have that much fun. So when I was out, I was popping. So you don't know if that would have been enough at the time. That's why I say timing. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't
Yeah,
know. Because
I get that.
we both was a bit of a mixie. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know. Because but
How much fun can you
what
have though?
I'm
Like,
speaking, this was like in my early 20s. So I definitely was still trying to have fun because, you know what I'm saying? You was more popping. You had more fun teen. My teen was kind of So I had to, my early 20s.
Yeah, I
Yeah, my
definitely
early
was
20s, I was
outside.
outside. Them teens, baby, look,
I was
the
outside
teens,
before
I was
outside
definitely
was a thing.
indoors. I was definitely indoors.
Yeah, no.
So,
I was outside,
yeah,
outside. Say what? Let me borrow your ID because I'm going to Jamaica,
look,
Jamaica, honey,
I was all
late
for,
at night. Girl,
I was
we
all
switching IDs
for the
up, honey.
love,
Like,
but I was trying to be
I'm
popping too.
outside.
I couldn't find the person. That's why I had to, you know, with the wrong people because I was
Well, it's
trying to pop
so
and be
funny.
in love, but nobody
I
wanted me to
had
be
love.
in the mix. I was like, well, why I can't, you know what I'm saying? It was like an either or. So that's why I had to deal with the people
Right,
I dealt with because they wasn't tripping because we was in the mix together.
right. I had an early love. I had an early love, but you know what?
Yeah.
Thing was that early didn't know what it was. Um, we did a lot of stuff. We was cool. You know that person. That's how we come to know each other. Come to me, but again, like you said, you was trying. I'm
Right.
trying to still be outside, and then I'm in this relationship. Of course, young, you
Yeah.
don't know. Like you said, you still learning
And a lot
yourself, which is
of
very
people don't
true.
do that early on.
Um,
And then they get, I've seen this situation
right.
too. I know people, they missed all that. And then when they ain't supposed to be popping, they're popping. So I'm like you
Right,
never know. Like you live and you
right.
learn, you know?
It do be that like when you settle down, and it seemed like okay, now I'm settled down. Is
Right.
there
If
something
it
more
ain't the
out
right
there?
person, I've been settled. I would say only one time in my life, I was like, this is it. But the person lifestyle it wasn't right. If they was living
Right.
right, I was like ready to throw like I don't care about it. Ain't nothing. I didn't see it. I don't want nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. Like I feel like when it be the right person, it's no wonder.
But do that be in the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
you've been with somebody for years, of course you're gonna go in and out of. You sometimes you're
Right.
gonna love that person. Sometimes like you still
Right.
love that person, but you're gonna fall
That's
out
why
of life with them.
when our last episode, I stressed the importance of friendship. Like when you know, we both done been through stuff. We had experience, relationships, dating, whatever. That's one thing I've learned. It's very important to build a friendship because, like me and you, friends, if we got mad at each other, I don't care if it's a little static right now. Like I'm still gonna be loyal to you. I'm still gonna treat you like my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's important to
Right,
be a
friendship
friend
does
with
is
that person
good.
and have that bond. And then it's all about discipline. Like, you know, it just depends on you. Like I'm a pretty disciplined person. I ain't gonna say I ain't never acted out of character because that would be a lie. But my norm, like if
Right,
I'm in something, I'm in it. Like I'm loyal to a fault. Sometimes that's bad with friends, whatever.
right.
And so if I'm in it, I'm in it till I ain't. When I ain't, then it be like I ain't never knew you in my life.
Right,
Yeah.
like you checked out. But like friendship sounds good in any relationship.
Right.
I feel like that sets the tone. You have to have a friendship with somebody. But when you've been with somebody and it's
Mm-hmm.
boredom sets in or people get
Mm-hmm.
comfortable in their situation and you start to feeling like, damn, is this it?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go outside and outside be popping and there's this new level of excitement
Yeah.
when you let's say you just go out and you meet somebody. It's a platonic conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like we having this conversation, we cool, and you start feeling like,
Right.
damn, I like
But
this.
that's
This is something that
why
I
you
don't
can't open the
have
door
at
for that.
home.
If you on
We
the
not,
diet, you ain't supposed to be going to the steakhouse. If you can't handle just getting a vegetable plate,
but let's be realistic. You can't have no man inside and expect for him not
of
to ever
course.
talk to somebody
But
because
it's
he's
about you.
out. So so if he go out and he
You
happen to meet somebody,
hey, and
it's
keep it
boundaries.
moving.
So he's not supposed to
Hey,
struck up no conversation with
I'm
no
not saying you
female.
can't talk, but what it's not supposed to lead to nothing after that. What do they have to connect about after that?
So do you
If
believe in
they
your man
already have a
having female
friendship, not you
friends?
meeting somebody at the club and say, let's be friends. Hell no. Because, of course, because I have friends. My partners, they like my partner. Like I'm one of the fellas to them. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels. I got friends. I have male friends. You know, it's a flirty energy there, but it ain't never been nothing. But I know if I be like, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be with it. But I also have friends, they look at me like, I remember my homeboy. I told you know my homeboy that always come out here to Atlanta. He be doing it big. We went somewhere. He told somebody, he was like, "Yeah, that's my little brother." I was like, "Well, don't be saying that. We in Atlanta. Like, I know what you mean, but don't. You know what I'm saying?" Because the girl was scared to talk to him because she thought I was his chick, and he was like, "Nah, that's my little brother." I was like, "Wait a
Okay.
minute. You don't be saying that." Yeah, you don't be saying
Fine
that.
line,
We
fine
in
line.
ATL. Don't say that.
Right. We in
But so
Atlanta.
you definitely can have female friends. Like if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, I need to know them. But you shouldn't be meeting nobody at no club like we friends. Now that's weird. Come on now. If the tables was turned, be for real.
But not if it's in a club. Let's say you in
No,
a group setting. You in a group setting.
no.
It's
If y'all ain't friends already, no ma'am. No. No.
So here's the thing, and it's so funny. Um, I have a
Mm-hmm.
friend that went to hang out, and it just so happened they met somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Some girls were there. Not that they met them. They were having drinks and dinner, and so were they. And the conversation was flowing at the bar. It wasn't nothing. And we're in a
Mike say
time
he been
now
through it.
that you
Yeah.
you got social media. Hey, what's your social media? Let me follow you or whatever. It don't lead to nothing. But if let's say they ended up talking
Right.
about business, networking,
Mm-hmm.
they follow each other. You cool, I'm
Again,
cool,
it's
but
about discipline. It's
it's
about
a fine
discipline.
line.
Like I meet, you know how many people I meet when I go places? You you know it don't
But you
matter. You know how many people
single.
done tried me. It don't matter.
But
I don't have a
still.
man and I'm disciplined. So it's about discipline. I'm not just I'm if I whatever I'm gonna do at this point in my life, it has to be purposeful. Not saying I can't be cool, I can't have friends, but I'm intentional about everything. I done been there, done that. So I'm like a lot of shit that used to excite me 10 years ago, I'm not excited by that no more. So I don't if I am seeking
Well, of
something long
course.
and something serious that's gonna be something. That's why I say it's about the individual because you saying, oh, you've been with somebody for years and you go outside. Outside ain't popping like it used to. I don't know if you've been a different outside because it ain't popping like it
Well,
used
no,
to.
outside has changed. Outside has changed. That it has. But not to say that because you
Right.
outside,
You
you're
have to
gonna
have
do
discipline and
something
control.
to jeopardize your relationship. But that thought in your mind do set in like, damn,
First of all, it shouldn't get.
is it something
Again,
else?
we
Could it
talking
be something
everything we
else?
discussed last issue. What's up, Coach Boy? We just getting into it talking about people that self sabotage in relationships. Right? Ain't nothing. So this is my thing. It shouldn't get to that. It shouldn't get to
Oh,
that point. Like we said, we talked about friendship, communication, stuff happens. But I'm like, you shouldn't just be sitting miserable in something where you like, damn, to get outside is like a breather. If that's how it is, why do you have this? Why? Why?
let me tell you something. Excuse me, y'all, because I love Girl Scout cookies. I know I'm just chewing a smack. You know, um, you can lose
Exactly.
everything outside. Um, let's see, and compromise your relationship if there's a thought you're not ready. So you
Exactly.
saying
Like
why be in something
if you're not
miserable,
happy with
right?
something, we talked about this last episode. Do the work to figure out what can we do to try to be better. If we can't make it work, then I'm not. I don't have time. No more time to waste. I don't have no more years to waste. I'm not just for anything, any
I agree.
situation. Yeah.
I got a friend that's married. And bless his little heart, he trying. They've been together
Mm-hmm.
for several years, and the roles have reversed. Normally, it's the guy that don't want it, and the woman want it. I think he's at a point of now, like, This ain't working because you really just, we've had a conversation over and over and over. You're not doing anything. Outside be looking real good to him. But I always tell him it's no point in you getting involved
Exactly.
with somebody if
Did
you
that,
still got
then
this
take your ass
situation
outside.
and you miserable at home. So now you just work and go home, work and go home. Any little attention that you get from a female,
He
you,
don't know how to act.
that's setting the tone right there. But he's had some.
My
He
boy
said
Mike
before,
say
you
he was
know,
that guy.
like,
He know his
damn.
pain. It's all right, brother.
So why do you stay in a
Right.
situation like the kid's grown? Kids grown. Now they do have to get a divorce, which ultimately, and I've heard this before, the men end up losing a whole lot more in a
Depends.
divorce than a woman do.
Because everybody's
Why you say
situation is
that?
different. I have seen the tables turn.
So splitting up assets and all that stuff or whatever, he
I
literally
seen a
would have to
woman
start all
that
over. But and she,
had to pay spousal support.
child, I be trying to get them assets out my name. Let me put
Look,
this in my niece's name. Here, come Jaden, come get some of this too.
that's why we're gonna have
I
a
ain't paying no
prenup.
spousal support. But
Yeah.
like his kids is grown and everything, but it's now he's trying to figure out because she's not gonna file for divorce, but when he talk
Right.
about it, it's like it's a joke. Like he
No,
well within his right if he
I
do
would
something.
say he needs to handle his business because I'm pro marriage. I'll fight to the end, but it takes two. If she don't care no more and you doing all you can, then you need to do stuff the right way because this is gonna be more mess on top of mess. You know what I'm saying? Then you talking about divorce. That's all she needs is to prove like infidelity or something on his end. No, you need to handle your business, serve that lady her papers, and start your life again. Nobody got life too short to be sitting miserable. Now that don't mean give up on everything. I'm all like to the end, like what's up, what we got to do. But it takes two. It takes
Yeah, they
two.
at
If
the
you're the
end.
only
They at
person
the end.
trying,
They at
no, if
the
you're
end.
the only
I'm not
person
gonna be a nothing
trying,
miserable.
it ain't nothing you can do. So he just needs to do stuff the right way. You don't want to add nothing to that.
Talk about it, DJ Mike. You say you was that guy. You know it's pain. What was the solution to that? What did you leave? Did she leave you? What happened? Give us your story. I wanna know. Type it up. Or hey,
For
can we
sure.
add somebody in if they want to talk about it? They want to talk about it.
And then, so let's say you have a healthy relationship. Like I know you said, stuff miserable. It's easy for you to want to sway a different way. So let's say, right.
That's a part of self
But what about
sabotaging. When
when
stuff go
stuff
wrong, you go
is
running,
going good
and hence
and you self sabotage? Like the Danny situation. You got somebody offering you everything on a platter, and you never received this before. You never received the right treatment before. So now you sabotaging your situation. You know what I'm saying?
maybe she's never been. Maybe she's never because I think prior wasn't she
Right.
messing with a married man in the beginning first season. So here's my thing. Some women have not been loved properly. Some women do not know
Right.
what that looks like or
Right.
how to receive that. If you it's a real thing to have daddy issues, but even if you don't have daddy issues, but you've dated a whole lot of toxic dudes, and then you get something that comes along that's like, hey, I'm ready to give you this. I want to do this. You be pausing like,
Right.
something wrong with him. You're gonna look for some. You're gonna look for something in him that is gonna give you the okay to say, I'm out. Something wrong. You asking for too much. You want this. I can't do this. You're
Right.
gonna find a way to sabotage it. Um, some can be scared
Right.
of getting hurt.
I was. I was
I
past tense.
I I
Right.
don't want that feeling, and I'm gonna be real honest with you. I will friend zone myself and be the coolest ass homegirl because I don't want to go through that same type of pain. It took one time for me to get my heart broken, and that was
Yeah.
9 years waste. I can't get them years back. So feeling like, okay, now I'm in this new thing, and everything is perfect. We good. I love it. It's new. It's fresh. Hold on.
Right.
When they gonna pull the rug from under me? I'm feeling too good. I'm feeling too happy. I'm feeling too trusting of this situation. Eh,
I'm I'm
when the ball gonna
I'm a
drop?
little opposite now because I went through so much, and then I took so much time off to do so much work on myself. So I'm at the point like, what do I got to lose? But I'm also you see, I'm very stiff. Like I'm very selective about everything. So I take precautions. You know what I'm saying? If I see a piece of flag, if I see a
Overly
piece of
cautious.
red flag, so
Right.
that I just move
Yeah.
differently. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like that at first, but
Yeah.
I took a lot of time to myself to do the work. So I'm like, I don't have nothing to lose. So I do desire something real, but I'm just not as free. I'm not free as I was before. Like I'm not going, nah, you're going to have to show and prove.
And which becomes a challenge. So of
Everything
course,
challenging.
what if somebody say, okay, everything is challenging, and this
Right.
is just question asking you a question.
Right.
So he got to show and prove, right? And I'm quite sure that this is a conversation that you share. You know your intentions with dating. You have some men that, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
know this is what she's looking for. I'm gonna give her what she wants in
Timing.
order for me to get what I want.
That's one thing we do. What I have learned from the past, where I can say my own personal experience, moving too fast because it looked good at first. People can only pretend for so long. Either they're gonna get tired or the true colors gonna come out. Timing, not stop
True.
rushing stuff. Again, build friendship. Somebody really wants you, they're gonna invest in time. Just like if you want to do anything, you're gonna invest in whatever you feel strongly about, you feel like it's valuable, you really want, you invest into it. You know what I'm saying?
But we see some men that do still feel like, okay, I still got this that I'm gonna play with, but
Right. But
she's a
they ain't got
challenge.
nothing.
I'm still
If
gonna
we
do what I
not
need to do.
together,
If
if
timing
we
is,
ain't
yeah, I
together,
hear you saying
honestly,
timing.
I mean, he technically they can do what they want. I mean, if you're trying to pursue me, you shouldn't just be out here wilding. But at the end of the day, timing. So if somebody really wants you and they really showing you, they really putting the work, you gonna know. And then we got instincts, and that's what discernment kick in. Like back in the day, a lot of stuff you used
Right.
to ignore. I used to ignore a lot of stuff. Like God tell me something, or I feel like something ain't right, I'm rolling with it. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, no, something ain't right. Let me just pause.
Well, that
Exactly.
comes with growth
So
and
it's like I
maturity.
approach
That does come
everything
with growth and
differently now.
maturity.
You gonna meet some pretenders and they gonna fall off the bandwagon, but the person that's really, and not saying, that situation might not work out, but it's like, are you willing to take the chance? I will. You taking a chance on everything. You chasing dreams. Like it's all a gamble. You just gotta move
Right.
accordingly and trust your instincts. You know when somebody ain't right, it start kicking in.
Now, what if you don't trust
Huh?
yourself? That's just like
What you say?
with picking the right person. Even with
Mm-hmm.
picking the right person, sometimes you got, like for Danny, I don't think she trusts herself.
It's
Yeah,
her,
you should never ignore red
she
flags.
definitely,
That
Danny has issues because all the flags be slapping her in the damn face, and she
she do.
calls them out, but she just for some reason she still goes through with the plan. So it's not like she don't know.
Oh, okay, I was reading that.
Right.
It's not like Danny don't
She
know,
have an issue where she knows it's a bad idea, but it's like something in her says, let me do it anyway.
which goes back to
Exactly.
that self sabotaging. She does a lot of that. Okay, so what steps do you take to not self
Again,
sabotage?
everybody's reason for self-sabotaging is different. Like you said, some people might have a daddy issue. Some people it might be not knowing your worth or a self-esteem issue. So first of all, you have to figure out where it stems from. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, the work looks different from
Right.
everybody. For everybody, I go to therapy. I love it. I wish I would have did this years ago. I wish I would have did it when I was 15. Now, it might look, it might have took a thrill.
But
Look,
in
it
our
might have it
community,
might have took a
therapy just
thrill out
wasn't
some
a
stuff.
thing.
I won't say I wish I would have did it sooner in my adult life, but I won't say when I was a teenager, because some stuff we needed that fun, young, experience, not to be everything to be
Right.
calculated. That would have took like the fun out of the youth and the freeness. So therapy,
Right.
that's definitely, I feel like that's good for everybody. You just have to figure out what your underlying issue is. Like, what does this stem from? Like, why do I keep making these same decisions? Because I say, when you get tired of being sick and tired, you're gonna be tired of being sick and tired. You know what I'm saying? Same person, different face. At one point in my life, that's why I paused and I was like, hold on, I ain't doing nothing. Because why keep meeting the same person, different face? It must be something I'm doing, something I'm
You said
giving,
that
something I'm giving
same
off.
person,
Like,
different face. You
I
said
had to
that.
pause. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're gonna do something different.
So pause. I got
Okay.
a request. I'm finna accept.
Okay, this is my boy.
DJ Mike Bundy. Hold on. Hold on. These nails is in the way, child. I'm trying
Hey, how
to
y'all
accept
doing?
it. There we go.
What's
There we
up?
What
What's
go.
up?
up?
What's going on?
Hello.
DJ Mike Bundy.
I'm,
Nothing.
I'm, I'm gonna be real quick. I'm just chiming in, and I kind of missed some of it because I had to go handle some business. But
Okay.
um, as far as the self sabotaging, as far as with my situation, um, I was married I was married for 5 years, but me and my ex wife, we were together for 10 years, or right at 10 years, because my son is about to be 9. Um, I think with me, my problem is I try to see the good in people that I know that they have red flags, but I try to see the good in them, and I ignore all the red flags. And with my situation with my ex-wife, all of the red flags that I seen from the beginning, I should have taken heed to them. And I'm not saying that as in she's a bad person, but I knew from the beginning she wasn't ready for marriage. But me being the person that I am, I'm thinking marriage will change her and make her a better person, and it honestly made her worse.
Right.
Um, oh yeah, it, it,
Really?
it made her worse. When we were dating, everything was cool. I did see a lot of those red flags, but like I said, I ignored them, and we still got married. And it's like once we got married, she turned into a totally different person.
Mm.
Um, Her reasoning, after we had talks, and 'cause I'm separated now. I've been separated almost 2 years. Our
Mm-hmm.
divorce will be final in a couple of months.
Okay.
Um, but after we actually had a sit down and we talked about our relationship as a whole, some of her reasoning for some of the things that she was doing. I mean, I'm not saying that I was agreeing with them, but I understand. 'Cause I think you had said earlier, a lot of people, when they don't get a taste of what they not used to, when they get that taste of it, like going outside, they don't know how to
Right.
stop it. That was
Right.
one of her
Right.
biggest problems.
Right.
We have a son together. Our son is 9, but she also has, a son before me. Her oldest son is about to be 17.
So she didn't get
So,
to go outside.
right, because
Okay.
she did miss a lot raising her oldest son, and I understood that.
Right.
But it got to the point where she was doing
Mm-hmm.
a little bit too much of going outside and doing this and doing that, and I was getting frustrated with the whole situation because it felt like I was the only one that was going to work every day, coming home, making sure the kids are straight and trying to have a family, and I felt like she wanted to do the opposite. And honestly, it
Mm-hmm.
was a lot of. I mean, Kelly, you know me.
Right.
You see what going on Facebook on my page. I had every opportunity in the world to step out of my marriage and my relationship, but I never chose to do that because that's not the type of person I am.
Right.
Um, but if
Mm-hmm.
that opportunity presented itself, I could have taken it. I just didn't want to. In her case, she ended up meeting somebody that she had more in common with, and I get it. Like she's into Zydeco trail rides and stuff like that. I'm not into that type of stuff.
Right.
So other than us doing
Okay.
things that together that we may have in common, it was a lot that we honestly didn't have in common. I DJ. I'm into music. She's not into music like that. So you know,
Did you rush into?
No,
Did you rush into getting married?
I don't think I rushed into getting married because when we got engaged in 2016, but we had been together. We started dating in 2013. So I'll say about maybe like 3 years, but within, like I said, within those 3 years before I even proposed to her, I did see the signs that I knew she wasn't going to be marriage material. I hate to say it like that, but I knew
I
that she
mean,
wasn't
it
ready for
is
marriage.
what it is. Right.
No, it's
Right,
honesty. It's honesty and it's your truth. I mean, this is your
right,
truth. That's what this
and
is about
and I
anyway. You saw red
because
flags. You ignored
I felt
them.
like
You
right, I
wanted a
felt like
family.
me proposing to her and deciding to go ahead and get married with, like I said, I felt like it would change it, but it didn't. And honest to God, truth, I had people telling me don't do it. I had her family telling me don't do it. People in
Wow.
her family
Wow.
don't do don't do it because they know what type of person she is, or they know exactly what her goal is. And right now, they don't feel like she's ready.
Right.
But like I said, I ignored all of it.
What
Because
made
that's
you
what we
ignore all of
do.
that?
That's what we did.
I can't, but you know what? People ask me that, and the only thing I can say is I really don't know. That I mean, my honest answer is I just feel like I could change it. And another reason, we had a kid. Like I said, her oldest son, his dad is in his life, so his dad is active. But I had a bond with her older son as well because we were all living together, and we
Mm-hmm.
had our kids. So I did want that family environment because I came from a family. I
Right.
don't have no brothers and sisters, so it was always just me, my mom, and my dad.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I came from a family
Yeah.
environment to where she has brothers and sisters, but her mom and her dad split up when she was young. So she's come from one of them situations. So we was raised differently as
Okay.
well. And that took a toll on our marriage because I'm looking at marriage one way based on how I was raised. She's looking at it from a totally different angle based on how she was raised. And believe it or not, that causes to bump heads because I feel like things should go a certain way and she feel like it shouldn't go this way and vice versa.
Right.
So that took a toll on our relationship or our marriage as well. But to be honest with you, ever since we've been separated, we actually get along a whole lot better. We don't kick it. We're not friends or nothing like that. But I mean, we still
Mhm.
get along because we co-parent. So
Right.
it's
So I got a question for you. With the experience that you've had in your marriage, how do you approach dating differently? Are you open to dating, or are you just like I'm I'm
at
good
this
right
point
now.
right now.
I ain't trying to do that.
I'm just chilling. I'm just what the number one thing is I want to make sure before I even try to get serious with anybody else that this divorce is 100% final. Um, but
Okay.
I have dated, went on a couple dates with a few girls, or excuse me, I'm sorry, with a few women,
Women.
and and it's just I feel like I'm not. I feel like I still have to heal, but I have to heal for me. And I'm
Right.
not saying heal because I want her. I don't
But
want
that's
her,
smart
but
because people jump and jump,
right.
jump.
I don't want to jump.
Mm-hmm.
And the last couple of young ladies that I've been seeing, it just hasn't been working out because once I see certain things that reminds me of her, it's like I just
Hmm.
jump. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
And I know, but that's not the way to
Mm-hmm.
be. That's not, you're not supposed to do things like that.
It
But
it just depends because, like you said, you ignored the red flags before. Like we were
right.
just talking about. Once you see that you went through that, you like nah,
Yeah,
nah.
and that's exactly what it is.
Right.
But I have to, me and my dad, we talk a lot, and he tells me, you just have to be patient, and because nobody's perfect. You're never gonna find a perfect man or
Right.
woman. It's impossible. You just have to know exactly what you want to deal with and how to handle certain situations. But as of right now, I honestly, I kind of like just the aspect of just me being me or being by myself, going to work, coming home, taking care of my son. And, if I meet somebody and opportunity presents itself, I'm definitely going to take my time this time.
Right.
I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
just, I think what a lot of people do is they rush into relationships and situations just to fill a void.
Yeah.
And that's never, um,
Right.
a healthy thing to do, because you never actually heal. Trying to fill voids. It's like putting a Band-Aid over, your wound. You have to let the wound heal. Just don't put a Band-Aid and be like, okay, I'm ready, because you
Right.
never truly ready. So
Right.
Like you said, Kelly, a lot of people, I mean, taking the time to heal, and so did you. I think that's
Right.
important when you're getting out of something, because you end up bringing that baggage into your new
yep.
situation. I appreciate the male's perspective, because we two women, so we need the males to
Right.
chime in on some topics, But you own your truth, you said it in the comments. Hey, I know what that feel like. I can't say what it feel like. One, I'm single, ain't been married, so I can't speak from
Right.
a
Right.
married person, but we do tend to,
Yeah.
on both sides, ignore red flags. And shit, I,
It bites
I
you
tend to
later.
run with the
It
red
bites you
flag.
later.
I be playing flag football with the red flag
That's why I
sometimes, knowing
Yeah.
said
damn
when
well
you
I
sick
need
and
to
tired of
tie.
being sick and tired, it's gonna kick in one day. That's what happened
Yeah.
with me. I had to do a
It
whole
will.
I'm not doing nothing. I've been on lock.
Right.
I ain't doing shit. I was like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to pause because something ain't right.
Yeah.
Something ain't right.
You done paused shit. I think you know how when you keep the TV
You
on
still
Hulu, Netflix,
watching?
Hulu X, or you still watching? That's you. You've been on pause so long,
Yeah.
it's asking, are
Hey,
you
but you know
still
what?
here? Are
That's
you
not a
still
bad thing though,
watching?
because you don't want to just, like I said, you don't want to just rush into being with somebody just for the sake of you not wanting to be alone.
Right.
That's where a lot of people mess up.
But would you say it's rushing? Like, I mean, this one is like,
But
don't. I'm not
hold on, because
dating.
I
I'm not
took a
dating.
couple of tiptoes, and you see what happened. I had to come on back.
Girl, you didn't even
That
tiptoe. You put
hold on,
your
that
pinky
last
toe
little
literally
hoorah.
out the
So I ain't
sandal.
tiptoe. Your girl went out 3 nights in a
You
row.
tried to do a little. I'm gonna give you
Mike,
a little. You
hold
tried to do
on.
a little. That pinky toe.
Hold
You know
on,
how you see
Mike.
that
Your
pinky
girl,
toe
your girl
sliding
went
out
out
the
3 nights in a
sandal?
row on a weekday. On a weekday.
She was being fancy. She excited. She being fancy because she went out. She ain't been out in 4 years, 4 decades, and decide I'm a peek my head out and just see. You know how black folks. Let me see if it's
And it
cold outside. What you
and it
do?
was
You put your little
cold.
hand out
It was
there. Let me
cold.
see.
Because
And
it was
she
cold.
ran back inside. She ain't even worried about getting a coat or nothing. She just ran back inside.
Listen, what we said, Mike, when you see the red
I
flag,
was
what we
all
just said.
excited because
Yeah.
Brother was sneaking that flag on up.
but
And I was like,
you're not trying to
but
marry him. It was
again, what
simply,
I said earlier,
hey,
everything I do at this point in my life, intentional, relationship, friendship, it's nothing beneficial there. So what I don't have time. I'm a single person out here working, going after my dreams, blah, 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 blah. I don't have time just to be wasting. Been there, done that. I'm not saying, oh, I need somebody to really get married, but you get what I'm saying?
Right.
If we're not genuinely friends, if we're not genuinely
Kelly, can I take you out to
friends,
dinner?
or we're not genuine, it's nothing really there. What am I doing? I don't.
Beautiful,
But you
beautiful.
know
Can I
what?
take you
I'm
out
not
to
I agree
dinner?
with
interested.
you on that. I I agree with
I,
you on that
I don't
because
go out just for food. I buy my own damn food. I have to be interested. I don't got time for that.
No, but it's. I get that, but just to get out
Right.
of, hey, I've been
If I'm
working.
interested, though, I'm
So
not going nowhere with nobody I'm not interested in.
Kelly, you
Huh?
gotta be interested in more than Nas.
I
You
I
gotta be
went out with
interested in more
that
than
man 3 times.
I
Three
feel like
times.
both of y'all y'all right. Both of y'all are right. I understand, what she's saying as far as eventually you have to test the waters and you have to be patient
Right.
enough to see exactly if this
right.
person may be somebody good for you or not. You're not gonna find that out
But
overnight. So I
if
get
they
that.
show you the flag off the rip,
Right.
what you doing?
And that's what I was about to say, because I actually just met a woman and I hadn't even been knowing her a month. And I think at this point when I met her, we've been having phone conversation maybe about 2 weeks. And she called me one day at work and went off on me. And I'm like, hold on, like What's the problem? She went off because she said she don't like the thing. She don't like a joke that I put on. Now, keep in mind, she went and found a joke I made on Facebook like 2 years ago. So that means she's. Why in the fuck is you scroll? Oh, excuse my language. I'm sorry.
You
I mean,
say
not 2 years.
2 years?
Oh,
Not 2 years.
It's
2 months. I'm sorry.
reality.
2 months ago.
uh-huh.
But still, why are you scrolling down my page
It's
way
still a long
back
time
Well,
ago.
in
I
October?
people scroll now.
Yeah, but why are you going way back to October and
Let me
September?
see what you got
Let
going
me
on. I ain't gonna
see
lie,
what
I
he
was scrolling
That's
right.
fast.
a long
And
time
she went off
though.
about the joke that I made, and she didn't like it, and blah blah. I'm like, well, I made that joke way back in October, and at this point, it was like the end of December. I'm like, it's gonna be a whole new year. It's gonna be
Ma'am,
January.
this my
Like,
page.
and exactly. I said, well, this is my page. You know what? I'm like, okay, so I let her go off and blah blah blah. And when she hung up, she ain't hear from me no more because
Yeah,
that
I think with social media, people get too comfortable. They feel too free to have an
right,
opinion on something that you post or you say. If you don't like it,
right.
you don't have to share
Well,
your opinion. You can literally, you don't like it, you feel a certain kind of way. We haven't invested in each other enough for you
well,
to
exactly.
even
I agree.
come at me
I
like
think
that. So yeah, I agree. I would deuces
I
out.
think
We ain't
my
got to
whole
talk about
thing
it.
is it wasn't even about her opinion because I mean there's a lot of people that don't like my mama don't like what I
That's
post, but I'm just a
my
jokester.
yeah.
I joke a lot, but I it's just harmless fun.
But
But
that
I
ain't that's y'all not in no relationship.
right, but that was my thing. I wasn't mad about her opinion, but I'm mad at the way she came at me about it. Like she basically gave me an ultimatum: you need to watch what you post if you want to continue to talk to me. Cut because that ain't how that works. Cut. I'm good. That's pretty. That's pretty much what she said.
What?
You need to watch what you post if you want to continue to talk to me because that's not a good look for me. All right, well, go find you a man that's more compatible with you. I'm a jokester. I like to have fun. I like to
Right,
make people
No.
laugh. There's no harm intended, but that's just who I am. If
Right.
we supposed to be getting to know each other, we have to really get to know who each other, who we really are, and that's just who I am. It's up to
right,
you if you
Right.
like it or not. You don't have to like it. I'm fine with that, but I'm not gonna let you change me because I'm not trying to change you. And
Oh,
See,
child, dating is
that's what my
something
point
these
to you.
days,
I am
honey.
not that I have done the work. I am open to dating again. But what I'm explaining to her, DJ Mike Bunny, is that like you said with that young lady, she showed you them red flags early. I will not waste time and be like, well, maybe that's not a flag. No, we didn't been there, done that.
right,
Red flag, bye, next.
right,
I don't got time to be when I already know. Some stuff off the rip, you already know. Some stuff, like you said, more people, cause dudes are hunters. They, people they after the chase. So
right.
some people you might not know they ain't it until later. But some people you already, oh, this ain't it right here. For
Mm-hmm.
nothing. No friends, no nothing. If there's no type of
Right.
value here, what the hell am I gonna be wasting my time for? Just for some food? No, thank you. My fat ass eat every day. No
Right,
thanks.
right.
I
And
don't have time for that. And that's not exciting for me. Like, I'm not 19. Like, just to be random with some random ass nigga, I'm not even interested in a conversation with.
right.
Like, that shit is not exciting. It's weird. And I
And
I don't know how to fake the phone. I was like,
one more thing is I
can I
don't want
get
to
one
hold y'all
more?
up, but one more thing that I did experience with another young lady, which was recently, is that she felt like she didn't want to continue with me because I wouldn't allow her to pretty much. She said I wasn't allowing her to be a woman, and I didn't understand that. Well, basically, what she was saying was, she liked to cater to her men, and she liked to do this and do that, and that's all fine and dandy. And I'm a man; I like that too. But I let her know that, hey, I've been self-sufficient since I was about 13 years old. So if you ever decide that it's something that you don't want to do for me, I'm not gonna be messed up about it because I can do it on my own. I
Mm-hmm.
cook on my own, clean on my own, and she took that as me saying, "Well, I don't need her." That's not what I said. What I said was, if you decide, I appreciate you want to do everything for me.
Right.
She would want to come to my house, wash my clothes, cook for me, and I had
Whatever.
only been knowing her but look, I had only been knowing her for like a month. So that
Damn.
was a red flag right there.
Look
Yeah,
at me how to
because
be
I'm like,
my
why you want to do all this stuff for me?
husband.
And I only been
That's
knowing
what
you
we
a month.
doing in a month.
Why do you want to do all these things for me?
Right. And
So,
that's an issue. That's an issue.
so she didn't like the fact that I questioned her about that. So that's how that whole conversation started, because she's like, well, you acting like you don't need me. And I'm like, well, I don't need you because I can do all this on my
Right.
own. I appreciate it. But I'm not a man that has to rely.
And she took you saying I don't
Right.
need you. She took
And
it
that's
the
And
not what I
wrong
was
that's a
saying
way.
to
red
her.
flag also, because that's somebody you moving too fast, you get attached too fast, because why are you doing all that? That's a lot.
In a month.
Yeah, y'all not in a relationship,
In a
y'all
month?
don't live together, that's not your wife. Like, that's a lot.
That's too
And I
much.
tried
That's
to
too
explain.
much.
I
Cooking
tried to
and washing
explain it to her,
clothes.
like, you know,
Woo. I would self-sabotage myself if somebody was expecting me to cook and clean
I'm
and
like,
all of that in 1 month.
what
Boy, let me hurry
you
up
want me
and
to
right,
pick
find
up?
something for
What you want me to pick up?
stop
Go
talking.
right.
ahead.
See, I don't expect a woman to do that for me, and especially in the month's time.
For real. Somebody said then she'll be trying to move in.
Hey,
Hand her a drawer and a key.
I
Put
didn't
the
even
key in the drawer.
I
She
didn't even get
ready.
to that
She
part of the story,
ready.
because that was part of the story.
Wait
But
a
we'll have that conversation a whole nother time. It,
That's pure desperation. That is pure desperation. Now I draw the line. I draw
I
the
had to
line.
let it go. So that's why I say right now I'm at the point where I'm good, just chilling right now, just chilling. I'm good with it.
right. And you was in something so long, like that break is needed. Like, for real,
Right.
for real. Like, that was
Yeah.
a long time, and that was a lot to, like, unpack. Like, you probably rediscovering yourself again, stuff that you passionate about, because, marriage, a long-term relationship, like, that's a lot of sacrifice. I'm pretty sure
Right.
you sacrifice stuff you really like doing. It's a lot.
I wasn't even doing my music like that when I was married. I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it to the extent that I'm back doing it now,
Right.
because I have time to focus on me, other than when I'm actually at work, or if I got, my son. But when it's just me, I actually have time to focus on me.
Right.
So it's getting me back in the swing of doing the things that I was doing before I attempted to settle down. So
Right.
it is what it is.
I got high hopes for you, my boy. You was raised right. Shout out to Big Mike. Ain't your dad name Mike
Yeah,
too?
his
Shout
name
out
Mike.
to Big Mike.
Right. Well, I definitely
Yes.
appreciate you coming in to give your perspective and give us a little, like, owning your truth again and sharing your story with all of us. That takes a little
Yeah,
bit of vulnerability to
yeah.
put your shit
It's
out there for
all
the
good.
strangers.
It's all
But
good.
I thank you. Kelly,
Yes.
I
thanks you. Girl,
I
Trippin,
appreciate
thanks
y'all
you.
having me. I'll be in touch with y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll be here every
That's a
Wednesday at
bet.
8
That's a bet.
o'clock. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
All
Tune in.
right.
Follow the girls. And fellas, please do not be scared to chime
For
in,
sure.
because we need a male
No.
perspective. We don't have all the answers. And we not on here with the one thing about it, neither one of us, when we started having these conversations,
Right.
neither
Right.
one of us want a male bash at all. That's definitely not the platform for this. It's no male bashing, and it's definitely not, we're not going to have men on here talking about what we don't do and what we wrong at doing. And I don't know what
Right.
it is to be a man. Kelly don't know what it is to be
Right.
a man, and vice versa. There is no
Right.
man that know how to be a woman. So it is just good conversation, and we all can learn something from each other. Everybody got a story to tell and share, and it's lessons. I mean, you've gotten something valuable out of your divorce, and like I said, I know I tend to run with the
Oh.
red flags. I pay attention a little bit more now with the red flags. I be thinking, it's a
If
little
she get mad at
burgundy.
me,
Is
it's
it
gonna
really
be playing
putting red?
dodgeball.
Baby, you be playing. All right, look here. You
Baby, I
more
gotta
than
stay
playing
protected.
dodgeball. But I get it. I understand. So,
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. So
again, thank
I'll
you.
be
We
in touch with y'all.
appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All righty.